So the agenda for today is, as per the request of some of the members, is like how to day trade in the first hour and the last hour, right? Like for example, most of you are in the day trading job, I'm sorry, most of you are in your day jobs, and you don't have a lot of time at your disposal. So how can you at least make your lunch money? That's kind of a thing we are going to talk about today here. And the second one I wanted to talk about, which I think Rahul asked for, is how to scan and position strategically before that week. Like, for example, today, what are we doing? How do we know which stocks to look for the coming week? That's a very great question that we'll look into detail. There are different ways to look at it, but we'll look at some of the ways and we can go from there. And as usual, after that, we look at the indices where they are located. I mean, what are they doing now and how will they position for the week, and then we look at the Mag 7, which I mean is Magnificent 7, and then we look at the crypto, and then if we have any custom request by anybody, we can look at this. So, okay, so those kind of things, and then finally we'll have the Q&A. Okay, sounds good? Okay, sounds good. Now, let me, before I tell you, right, remember these things, folks. I'm going to remove this. I want to write one more thing now. Forget about the agenda. These are the most important things to do. Remember it, right? Market always starts at 8:30. So the first 30 minutes determine the direction. Okay, remember these things. Determine the direction of the entire day. Okay. I wouldn't say determine the direction, but will be first 30 minutes of the market is very volatile, determining the direction for the day. Okay. This is one thing. So what is happening is in the first 30 minutes, the people come in, they're digesting the news, and then they're saying, hey, what is happening? What are we, how do we want to proceed today? Those kind of things will happen. So always remember, folks, market is nothing but a tussle between the buyers and the sellers, right? When there is remember one thing, when there is a buyer, there is always a seller. So it's a zero-sum game, right? It's not like everybody is making money in the market. If you are making money, somebody else is losing somewhere. That's what you have to understand. So who has the edge? Who has it? Unfortunately, it is that way, but we have to accept that, right? So it is like somebody is selling, somebody is doing, but we don't know why he's selling, why is he doing? We can't understand, we can't comprehend. The market is so broad and we don't know when he bought it and why is he selling. There could be various reasons he could be selling. Maybe even though the stock is going up, maybe it's because he needs that capital, right? For example, he needs it for some urgent needs, he's selling it. And or he thinks that his technical analysis says that it is going down. He wants to play in a better position. So there could be various reasons. So you have to understand that market is like always in that dynamic things, right? And the more the market volume, the more these kind of things happen. So the first 30 minutes are very critical. Then the market kind of, after the first 30 minutes, what happens is market kind of settles down. At 9 a.m., you will see market reversals sometimes. When I say reversal, it's not like exactly reversal, but it is like I would say consolidation or like going down. Like for example, let's say the market went up, like Nvidia, it went up 2% in the first 30 minutes. It might give up the 1%. So that thing happens. People are waiting until 9 o'clock to see, hey, what is the market direction? And then they'll pull it a little bit down so that they can get a good entry. Okay, those kind of things. Again, these are little bit of day trader players who are playing that. For a swing trader, it doesn't matter because he's looking at an entire week. But for a day trader, it's a big deal, right? He's entering at a place where he wants to do. So after that, then around at 12 o'clock, market again. Then after at around 9:30, what happens is, I mean, you can keep watch on this. The market again goes up, like a market tends to pick up. Okay, tends to pick up the direction it wants to go in. right? And this goes on until 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Then this is like a lunchtime kind of a thing. What will people do is, hey, okay, we will take, some of them will take their profits. The day traders will take their profits. Some of the traders that I know, they do day trading in the morning session and then they switch to swing trading in the afternoon session. So they will sell off all their day trading positions and then this is the lunchtime. But that's why on a Friday also, you see after 12 o'clock, there won't be any volume, like you'll see a lot of selling happening and all those kind of things will go on. Okay, this is the one thing. And the final hour, then finally what happens, then around 12 to 2, you'll be snoozing, people will go for lunch and then come back. Then around 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m., you won't see any big movements. And then the next thing to watch out is at the 2 p.m. The 2 p.m., then you will see some activity going on. 2 p.m. the activity starts again. So usually, if you're a guy, why I'm telling you all this is if you're in a day trading job, you want to know which times you want to look at, right? I mean, not. I'm sorry, I keep telling day trading job. If you're in a day job, this is what you want to know, right? So you want to know when is the activity happening. Around 2:30, the activity really picks up, right? And this activity, I mean, activity means the trend, whatever. The activity picks up. Yeah, basically, a lot of guys are positioning for the next day or for the earnings. Those kind of things come in, right? You will see big volumes coming up and all those things happening. So activity will pick up, and then what happens is around one thing which you want to notice is, let's say a stock went up in the morning, right? Then usually that it will go up in the same direction. I've never seen the activity like being the reverse of what is in the morning, unless there is some big news like some terrorist attack or something like that. The market usually tends to go in the same direction, okay, for the day. So usually the trend is up. Let's say Netflix went up in the morning, then you want to see around 2 o'clock or something if it gave you some space, and then it'll go up again to the all-time high, or it'll try to go to the high, or it'll try to position yourself. So those kind of things will happen. So those are the things which will happen. Usually these are the kind of things that I see in the market based on my experience of last 10 to 15 years. And but the first 30 minutes is a great opportunity for day traders. Basically, the more volatile it is, the more better it is, like because the moves are very big. So, but for a kind of like a conservative trader, he will look for the 9 a.m. market reversal and see, okay, what is happening? Is the trend still upwards or downwards? And then he comes up and then he picks it up and then he'll play it until 12 o'clock. This is like a lot of, there are a lot of material like something called as horseshoe trading, which is used on the FANG stocks before. Now it can work on the Max 7 stocks too. So those kind of things. And then some people play last hour trading, who come in and say, hey, okay, what is happening in the last hour? Is there something that I can pick it up and then we can hold on for the next morning also, or they'll try to sell it that day. So that's pretty much the activity. Any questions on this before we proceed?
No, Srini.
Okay, sounds good. So this is what I wanted to share on the whiteboard before we go. So now let's look at some of the charts. Basically, the other day on Friday, we played with Nvidia, right? Nvidia, the day trade. It was a classic day trade, 5x trade, and we made like it's a lotto calls. By the way, people, you might be hearing lotto calls. Then I use the word called nibbles, those kind of things. Lotto calls are something that, for those of you who are not aware of what is Lotto, Lotto is something that you can afford to lose. It's like a lunch money. Oh, you say, hey, I don't care. I just put it. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like people usually put like uh, $200 or $500 max. That's what they put. Or it all depends. Like it may not even be 1%, it would be 0.5%, those kind of things. Because on a Friday, you don't want to play a lot, right? Because there is no bandwidth after that. If you lose because the week is done. Okay. So Lotto calls are like that. Then I use the word nibble sometimes to say, hey, nibble is something like I say, I play only 1/4. And one thing I wanted to talk to you folks, since you want to, if you are in this for a long term, there is something called as tier management. What do I mean by tier management is like you don't enter into a stock all at once. So basically you come in, you see, hey, for example, you see it's going in the direction, you see a stock going, hey, this is just now a breakout, but then you want to enter a little bit. For example, you want to play, I'm just giving an example here, folks, $1,000. You don't want, let's say you're playing very conservatively, you say, okay, let me put in let's say let me put in 1/4 of it, $200, 300, 1,200. Let's take 1,200, so $300. I'll put $300 for, and then see how the movements go. As you see the candles developing, you keep adding, and you say, okay, it's going in the direction I want. You know your targets, you know where it wants to go, but then you keep adding the tier management. That's called as a tier and the risk management. Risk management, we already talked about it. I don't usually play the risk based on the amount of stop loss, but if my technical reason for which I entered is broken, I come out of it. So it's very important that you stay very close to the risk. For example, you're very close to the breakout line, then your reward is very high compared to the risk. Okay, I'm just bringing this up because there are some new people here and they might hear these terms, and I wanted to reinforce that. And also some people ask me what is nibbling and all those things. So nibbling is, I know, I'm not sure, I'll just enter 1/4, I'll come in there. So I would, even if I don't mention that, guys, one thing I'll tell you, it's your capital that is very, very critical. Okay. At this point of time, I wanted to share with you something which is very, very critical before I go any further. But let me share my screen. This is sharing. I'm going to continue. Okay, I'm going to share my desktop too. And I wanted to share you. Let me tell you, are you able to see my screen, folks? The Chrome? Techie investor?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Zoomed
Yeah,
into
it's
we are
black.
Here
seeing.
we were seeing all
It's
your
black.
notepad.
Okay. Let me share now. Now, tell me now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. So here, if I go here, right, for those of you who came into this plan, you might have subscribed to it. And if you see here, we had created here a little bit of this one. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but I wanted to talk a little bit about here. One thing I wanted to talk, which is very, very critical. Why I talk. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. If you lose 10% of your trading capital, it will take you 11.11% to come back to the break even. If you lose 20%, you have to make 25% to get back. It's not like you're saying, oh, I lost 20. That means if I make 20, no, it's like you have to make more because with all those things. So I've explained here in detail, if you lose 100%, you're broke. If you lose 90% to regain, you have to make 900%, folks. On the stock I'm talking about. So this is something you want to remember all the time. That's why we talk a great deal about preserving your capital. This is very, very critical, folks. There's a lot of information on the website, YouTube playlists, all those things. We talk extensively about the risk management. I want you to go through that, especially Rahul, you were like for you, if you are a small account, I'm sorry to mention, but just any of you who have a small account, just know that it takes a lot more to regain what you have lost. Okay. So definitely work on your capital management skills. Everybody's journey is different, folks. So you got to protect your capital to stay for another day. Okay, I just wanted to bring this up. Having said that, now let's go to our trend spider. You are able to see my chart, right?
Yes, Srini. Yeah.
Okay, let's. I'm usually what I do is when I go in when on the weekends and all, when I'm studying the charts, I have two charts, which is weekly and daily. Weekly gives me a broad perspective. Weekly will tell me if the stock is in a very long-term trend, and daily will tell me if it is in a short-term trend. Okay, that's what I use for. But there is another one that I use for day trade, which is the 10-minute chart. So you can use even 5 minutes, but I prefer 10 minutes. Oh, sorry. Let me. So, I use 3 charts. Usually in my day, I'll be using 3 charts here. So I'll tell you what we did the other day. By the way, how many of you played NVIDIA on the other day? Not many?
Yes, yes, I played. This is Anil.
Okay.
Yeah, I also played a little bit.
Okay. So
I
here,
think I went, Srini, I went very big on it because remember I was talking to you the day before. I went with that debit spread. It was almost 15x that I made it that
awesome.
from morning to night, because morning I captured with a debit spread. I captured 60 cents. By closing, I closed almost like a $13, $12, $13. I closed it because the 225, 230 calls. Sorry, the 25, 825, 830 calls went to zero. But 815 one that I bought it at 70 or 80 cents.
Okay.
It just went to significantly high, and the premium that I got it from 225 to 30 brought it down to 60 cents kind of thing. So I did both butterflies and credit spreads. Debit spreads. Both I did it. Butterflies also I went from 115, 125, and 135 butterfly I went. So there I got 220 to 825 price. So my cost went down even significantly down there. I got my 815 one for almost 35 cents, 40 cents. So I mean, it was a big day for me. And I started with probably $700-800, but when I closed, it was showing up $9,000 basically. So
Phenomenal.
but it was an awesome call, Srini. I have to tell you, it is. I don't think anybody can tell like that this day it is going to go that, because once that kind of news is there, you can afford to put there. Remember, you talked about lotos. That's where you should use your lotos to make, investment. You don't want to be greedy because it will, the prices will go down as they progress, right? So you want to get out first the capital, then keep making the profits and keep getting out, basically.
Yes.
Ultimately, otherwise they become zeros too. You know very well about that. Friday thing.
Awesome.
Thank you, Srini. That's all. Thank you.
Amazing. Good. So let us quickly decide why we entered this trade, right? Again, we are talking purely from the day trading. Forget about what we talked about, 830 calls. Forget about predictions and all those things, folks. So in trading, we have an axiom. So many of you have heard, trade what you see, not what you think. That's what they say. So let's say I'm going to remove everything. I'm just using my 10-minute chart, folks. So this was on Feb 29th. It was at, wait a minute, this is Feb 29th. What was the date? What was the date on which we trade? March 1st, right? If I'm correct, March 2nd.
29th.
What day is today? Today is
It's actually
March 1st,
March
actually.
1st.
March 1st on.
Yeah. So remember, folks, what happens is, see, as simple as that. Let's keep it very simple. You're playing a lotto call.
But I wanted to see, Srini, how you did it on 29th though. Right? Because you gave that call.
Let's not deviate this topic.
Right. Okay. Up to you. Yeah. But I'm just saying you gave the call on 29th to us. That's all I want to say.
Right. That's one thing. So let me put it this. So let's talk about the day trade here. What we did is on Feb 29th, are you able to see this 10-minute chart, or is it too small, folks? You want me to elongate it?
No, this is good. We are able to see.
Okay, good. So you see here, Feb 29th, it started at 14. See, it closed at low 792 and the low was 789, right? Now, the moment when it started on March 1st, 8:30, it formed a higher high, right? You see this? This was a low candle. This was a below the candle, and this became a higher candle. Now, you see that what was the close? The open was 800. You see that? It opened at 800 NVIDIA. Then you see why I was telling it was bullish is on the before chart, it was like closing up here and it stopped here somewhere. This was the breakout line. This is a daily chart. And I knew this was, and if you look at this, remember in our trading circles, Fibonacci is a very, very common thing, right? So what is happening? It broke out here and it just stayed here, right? So let me see this. So it was staying above this line. So I thought it will go up further. So that is where I was expecting. And this Bollinger Band was here at 825. And my implied volatility was showing at 830. So we were thinking it could at least go to the higher edge because it fell for 4 days continuously. And then the 5th day, it wants to go up. Now, having said that, I started looking at the 10-minute chart. It broke out above this line. The same line shows up in the 10-minute chart, folks. So this breakout line, it broke up. Then I waited for the next candle. Will it close? Will it start above the open? So look at this. This was the open, right? 800. Now, no. What is the open? Open is 800. The next one, it went above 801.82. So I started entering here. From here, I was waiting then it started going up and up. My goal was if it doesn't, will it go below 800? I will sell it. But it never went there. So it started going up. And then then it hit the Bollinger Band here, which is around 817, 820. Here. Then here I saw the lower candle here. So once I hit here, once it hit the Bollinger Band here, and then it hit the lower candle here, this is the exact point we sold, folks. So this was the exact point I said, get out of this NVIDIA. But having said that, we went down to the conversion line. Those of you who know Ichimoku, this was a big resistance and it came back here. So 822, 823, that was the area. So this is a simple trade, which we took it around 8 o'clock. We just waited. So now this is a very simple thing, right? Let's keep it very, very simple. Let's say you are coming into, and this works very well with Max 7 or the stocks which have big volumes, right? As you keep trading, right, you will get a feel for the stock. Now, NVIDIA, like people are waiting for it to go to higher 900s because the semiconductors are in the craze and NVIDIA is going up. And that's what the people are looking for. So the NVIDIA, that's why once it broke out here, I knew it was going up. So I was waiting to the top and I was waiting from once it reached and the time I was watching it, I was watching at 11 o'clock CST, 12 o'clock CST. That's where I wanted to get out. And that was exactly here somewhere. What is the time here? 10:20. Maybe I got out a little early, but when I saw this lower candle, I got out. That's what I saw there. But again, it went up, but I was okay. I was happy with this profits, and that's where we got out. That's as simple as a day trade, folks. Any questions here? We can look at other things also. Basically, which other thing went up? Like Netflix. Let's say Netflix went up, right? Let's see Netflix the other day. Look at this beautiful chart. It started on March 1st. 9:30. Remember, I told you after 9:30, 10 o'clock reversal will happen. This is CST time. I'm talking about 10 o'clock reversal is after 10 o'clock, it started going up. So this was the open. For people who want to play that, see this happened. And from here, it started going up and up and up. And then it never went down. See, it go up. So this is the way, folks. So if you are a 12 o'clock trader or something like that, around this point, you would have sold it. 614. Which is a good money, right? Basically from 601 to 614, the day trade is there for you. So once you hit this and you see a lower candle, but it didn't form a lower candle at all. So you could have still played it, but it's okay wherever you want to enter it. And always have a tiered exits also, folks. Basically, you never know when a big candle will form, but you want to see that thing. And the other thing which you want to see here is, basically the volume. Look at here, the previous day, the volume was very, very high on the 10-minute chart. But here, the volume was very, very steady. But look at the last candle, folks, it formed a lower low. So these also you can watch it. So price and volume are the two major indicators, folks. Nothing else matters. Price and volume. These are the only two things that you should be looking at. And those two things will help you make a good day trade. Okay? Oh, another thing which you want to look at it is if you are like not very great. Other way to look at a day trade is, let's say on a Ichimoku, you know the conversion, right? How many of you are aware of Ichimoku? Most of them are aware of, I believe, or no? Can you answer for those who don't know Ichimoku? Anybody who doesn't know Ichimoku?
I don't know.
Not used.
Okay, in Ichimoku, right, there are only 4 things. It's a very powerful Japanese system, folks. What it does is it does the 4 lines: conversion, baseline, and then the cloud. Always you want to enter a chart that is above the cloud. Look at this cloud. The cloud is very, very bullish. If it's green, it's bullish. And then you want the conversion to be above the baseline. So here, as long as it's above the baseline, conversion, and conversion is above the baseline, and you can go up or you can keep playing it. And then once it gets below the conversion line, you can get out of it. That is one way of doing. Some people play SMAs, 10-day SMA. That is also good. You can play that, or you can play this. Oh, I also have this EMA 8 and 21. As long as this is above 8 and 21, you can also play that. That is also a good way of playing day trading, folks. Make sense? But the only thing in this is, in a day trade, it is like you got to keep watching. It's a good money if you are really good at this. I like to play day trades, especially with stocks like Nvidia, which has very volatility, Netflix, those kind of things. I like to play big, but if you are really, if you keep watching this and you can go out, you can make good money on these things on a good day. A lot of people make these kind of things and they can go from here. So with that, I'll stop. Any questions on this first topic that we have discussed? Hey, feel free, folks. Any questions?
Yeah, digesting it.
Okay.
For day trade, how do you recommend what 3-4 key stocks or indices we should keep in mind?
I would highly recommend only Mag 7 for you, because the Mag 7 is always volume is very high. Basically, you want just think about it, folks. When will volume happen? When there are a lot of buyers, right? And where is the big volume? It's in the big market caps, right? That is the big 7, Max 7s like Amazon, Netflix, Meta, and those kind of things, right? So those are the stocks which you want to play. You don't want to play some low market cap stock which doesn't move that much. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, if you look at this Bollinger Band, right? This Bollinger Band is a measure of volatility. It will give you an idea how far it can go, those kind of things. So basically, look at this. If you have started here, then it went up straight up here. Even in this, it will move.
How do you get this Bollinger Band? You can get it from TradingView. That gives some idea about the Bollinger Band, or do we have
Bollinger Band is nothing but it's a measure of implied volatility, which is available in any trading platform. Basically, you can draw this for any time frame. You can do this, but I would not go with that. But one thing, what I would say is, remember I told you, the only way you need to get out of a trade is the technical reason for which you entered is broken. For example, here, if your conversion, let's say you entered here on Feb 29th, 140, right? And let's say on Feb 29th, where did it end? On the end of the day, you would have ended up with a good profit here on 255 also, right? Because let's say you wanted to trade only that which is going above the conversion. So now on the next day, you wait here, it didn't even break the conversion. You see that it has been so bullish. Then you entered here because it formed a higher high. The second candle is greater than the open. So you went on because it never broke the conversion line. This is a very good way of playing day trading, right? You want stocks like this, which is like clearly trending. And now, how do you identify this trend? It comes from your long-term views. Long-term views will tell. So always look at weekly, then your daily, and then your 10-minute chart. A lot of people say, oh, I'll just play day trade, but you don't know which stocks are trending, right? If you look at those things, you want to get an idea which stock is trending and which has higher legs. That is the stock which you want to day trade. And also you want to swing trade. You want to maximize on that stock. That's what I was trying to say. Okay? Make sense?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So technical analysis, this is a very simple thing. It is actually very simple, folks. Have your mind clear. You say, don't clutter your mind with too many indicators and analysis. Oh, what will the other guy thinking? When will he sell? Yeah, that's fine. But always believe that charts will always show you when to sell it. And follow the stock. Trade only what you see. Don't assume anything. The moment you see this one getting below the conversion line, go out and get out of it. You made enough money, right? Now for this what is called this price trend, this time frame, you are done. But on the other time frame, for example, the same thing, it might have broken here, but it would not have been broken on the daily chart. So your swing trade might still be alive. Okay, those kind of things. So you need to As a trader, your skill sets will increase better if you can see multiple time frames and digest the data and make decisions accordingly. That's what I would say. Okay, so having covered those chapter, now let's go to the second one. Rahul, to answer your question, right? This is my list, okay? You see on my right, are you able to see this, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is my list, and I have this list. I have a lot of scans which are going on, and I have a bullish EMA daily. For example, lows. Lows, what happened? When I go in, I come in here. Just for this clarity, now I'll remove the 10-minute chart so that we can make it big. So lows has been very, very bullish. Where I would have entered? If you had done your research, you would have seen here. Okay, this is the daily chart. This is the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, it broke out here. You see this line? This red line. So what I've done is here, the red line I've drawn between the highs and the green lines I've drawn between the lows. So I use both the lows and the highs. So, and this is my Fibonacci fib I have drawn. So now I know this can go to $250. Now, if I had entered here, so what I would do is I look for these breakouts. When will I look? I will not enter it before the breakout, but I look for 1 week. Okay, where is that a big engulfing candle forming here? Now this is the chart. This is the trend this is the candle I would have been looking for, and I would have entered it at this point. Now, folks, whenever I wanted to tell you one thing, trading is very, very easy. When you see lows breaking out, there's a very high chance that Home Depot will be breaking out. You see that? Because they belong to the same sector. So similarly, when you see SQ breaking out, sometimes even PayPal will be, but nowadays PayPal and SQ are a little bit disjointed, but before they used to be together. So look at the PayPal is also breaking out here. You see this? But PayPal is above this line and SQ is here.
Even Sherwin-Williams also broke out. SHW.
Which one? Sherwin-Williams. Yes. Sherwin,
Yeah.
but that doesn't belong to the same sector, right? SQ and
No, the
PayPal.
other one, like we were talking about Home Depot one.
Yeah. Sherwin-Williams also will break out. So, but look at Sherwin-Williams. So I haven't drawn the lines more on this, but let's say this is the line, right? Let's see.
Right.
Let's take a clean chart on a weekly. Let's do this one at a time so that we can understand what is it. So this is a clean chart, right? I have a EMA 821. I have a Ichimoku cloud and all those things. The way I look at it is I make it very, very simple, folks. I go from the bottom of the Bollinger Band to the top of the Bollinger Band. So I go here and see how much is this thing. So I go here, I draw this fib line. Once I draw this line, okay, this is looking good. It has how much is as retrace? Let me change this. I have an 87. I was experimenting something here. Let me put this. This is my Fibonacci 0.875. And I do this. So it has broken out here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw from the all-time high to this one. So this is a clean breakout. Very good catch, right? And this is the second week. So what is happening? This has really broken out. But again, is it a good time to enter? But it has already broken out and has moved a lot. So that is one thing which you want to look at.
So Srini, so I entered actually in this one. I almost doubled it, but then I left it when I doubled my money. So I have a lot of
That's good.
like confusion around like when to exit because I don't.
That's a good question.
Position.
Let me put it this way. Now the way you have to look at it is right. You got to see this. So this is like it broke through this line. If you had entered it at 317, that would have been a solid move, right? So 317 would have been an ideal entry. And then you go. Now the best way is what I am thinking is it has gone through now when you see this kind of a move, right? It has already covered 37.5. Usually what I've seen is from 87.5 to 37.5 is the usual move. So what I'm thinking is the top of the Bollinger Band, it might go to 346. So 125 and then it will come up. But again, you have to see how many days it has fallen. It has fallen for 5 days and those kind of things. So, but ideally what you did is very good. I would always take away half at the double because you can never lose on that trade.
Right.
Because you always be on the alert, okay? because you as a trader, your goal is to protect your capital. It's not to, first goal is to protect your capital. Okay, there is also your goal is to take the money into the bank rather than leaving there, you know. So first thing is protect the capital by saying I'm not losing it on the trade. And then once what I do is I do 100, then I go for 150, the next one. I will sell the next one at the 50s. The next, from there, my next years will be 50, 50, 50, those kind of things. Unless I see these big moves, right? For example, for the earnings, Meta, I knew that it was going to go big. So once it opened up, I sold half because I didn't want to, because I already made 10x on that. So 12x on that. On the first 30 minutes, I made the money, right? I know that first 30 minutes, it will go up and then it will retrace. So at 10 a.m., I sold it. Remember, I told you the times, right? If you see a big move, then sell half at the 10 a.m. plane because it will reverse a little bit. But you don't know if that reversal is for good or it will go up again. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So that's why you have to remember the time frames also. There is no hard and fast rule, but goal is to protect your capital and see where it is. And this FIB will tell you 87.5, so 125. Ultimately, it can go to 342 or even half of it, 350. I think it will go to the round number, 350 ultimately, because always, you know, round numbers are the psychological resistances. So it will always go to 350. I believe it can go, but how far it will go, when will it go is the question. And it has earnings on April 23, which is quite far. So if the market is trending up, it might go up. Okay, those kind of things. But look at this. Anytime you see this, right? One more thing I'll give you. In the Fibonacci 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it has gone up straight for 7 days, which is very, very risky. Right? You want somebody wants to pull it down before they will at least pull it down to this EMA, which is 325, which might be a great entry for you. Are you getting what I'm saying? So 325 or even to the conversion or to this line, 317, and then they'll push it back. Those kind of things can also happen. So remember the, so Rahul, did I make sense or no?
Oh yeah, Srini, of course. Like my
mindset
generally is like I want to try to enter early. But yeah, your strategy is little different. Like you are running on the horses, but I'm just trying to get the horse before it runs.
You want to get, you're getting what? I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
Like I want to enter the trade when it is just about to start. Like I
yes,
also
that is where you need to enter the breakout, right? When you see the breakout, you can enter the tier management. For example, you came here, you see this first breakout at 317, right? Basically, 317, you will enter here tier. Maybe let's say you can buy 10 options with your capital. Let's say I'm just giving a hypothetical. Maybe you want to enter 3 options here at this point of time. The moment you see this engulfing candle, right? And the second day you see, oh, it is trying to go up, buy 3 more, right? 3 more, or you think if you, it all depends upon your gut conviction and all those things. You say, okay, it is really going up, then you want to buy the rest of them here. And then you want, your risk is at 317 now. You're getting what I'm saying? So if it crosses below 317, you want to get out of it. So that's how you ride the trade.
correct.
Okay. So riding the trade is a key factor. That's what it is. Okay. All right. So so have your own list. Basically, I kind of built this list covering all the sectors and the stocks that I love with high implied volatility, high implied PAN, W, UNH. These are all stocks that are in different sectors, but you can form your own. And I also look at this bullish AMA daily. That means these are the ones that, for example, we entered Meta. Look at this. The Meta, the first day, I usually don't enter the first day because I want to get the confirmation. The second day I entered here. Now I know this has a good move, but there's a risk here because you see it is the top of the Bollinger Band, but we'll see how it goes. But it can go, I feel it has a good legs, but let's see. The Bollinger Band, sometimes they can give you a measure of implied volatility, but sometimes if I don't, this we'll discuss some other day. There's a theory behind it. There's a bell curve. Sometimes it can be 2 times standard deviation and all those kind of things. Okay. So if you can read about it, otherwise we'll discuss it in the next ones. So let's see how it goes. So that's one thing. So now let's talk about the indices, the third part. How are our SPY and all those things doing? So the basic line is the SPY has been going up and up and up, folks. Basically, we have been in a very, 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 very bullish market. You see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of continuous uptrend. Only 1 week, which is like we had a normal week, but look at this, it has been going up, and this is the line which you are seeing. So what I'm expecting is it might touch this Bollinger Band, which is at 520. So remember, we were talking about the 520 range. So the 520, and then we should expect a retracement. So be cautious, folks, but at the same time, this has been overdriven, and we need a retracement. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very challenging. But 520, so but this week may be okay. But next week is again monthly expiration, and that's when you might see a big falls coming up. Because we need a fall, we need a healthy fall. You just cannot go up like this every time. That's what it looks like. But be ready for that. It's not a big deal, but we as option traders, we can trade both sides, right? That's what it is. So SPY, that's what it is. And QQQ, I'm a little bit concerned about it from two perspectives. Like basically, this one has a little bit of legs. It has like 450. It looks like 450. It can go 450. We should see 450 this week, and then from there we might see a retracement. That's what it is. So SPY to 520, and this could go. The Bollinger Band is at 457. So will it go there? Is the question. But possible, but I don't think so. I don't think it will hit 453 because it's retracing from 75-degree retracement, and it should go to 450 and then come back. That's what I'm thinking. So let's see. For me, the first target is 450, and then it'll pull back, and then sooner or later it can go to 476 or something like that. That's what it looks like. But for right now, 450 is the target for the QQ. And then the next one is IWM. IWM, I don't know, guys. I entered it the other day because it entered close, but it again closed below this. So I'm being very, very cautious on this. Will it go up this week, or we have to get out of these calls? Because this is the challenge, folks. Remember, Rahul, why I wait for the 2-day confirmation? Because for this reason. We might end up closing below the line again, and then we will be just stuck in that. That's what we'll be just stuck in that, and there won't be any fast move on it. So we want to make sure that though we catch it a little late, we want to make sure that we are above this. So anyway, I entered this trade a little bit early, but it didn't break this line, folks. 206 is that, but this line is 205, 206.17. We didn't see that break. So let's see if it will break tomorrow. And if it goes, we might see a move to where it came from 62.5. So we might see the first move will be to 205, 210, 208. So I don't see a big move here, but I don't know. But this line is really inviting me. The reason why I entered is if it breaks through this line, the next resistance is here, this line. So if you look at the whole thing, IWM has not moved, but both the QQQ and SPY has moved a lot. So it can really move up to 230. But will it move? Is only a chance. So let's see what happens next week. Will it be all small cap next week is the question. That's one thing we want to watch. Any questions on the indices?
What is the sticker we are talking about right now?
IWM.
IWM. I see.
This is the Russell 2000 mid cap.
Yeah. I saw that there, but I didn't see the sticker there.
Yeah.
Oh, on the right side. Okay, right side. I see IWM.
Yeah. Okay. The next one we want to talk about the Mac 7. Mac 7. Let's talk about Apple. Apple has been. It's really.
Srini,
What's that?
can we check for SMCI or MSCI?
Yeah, we will check.
Because SMCI is again going up.
Let's finish this, and then we'll go in an order. Let's finish Mac 7, and then we'll go there. Okay. So Apple has been a little bit of all the Mac 7, only 2 have been really trending bad. One is Apple and the second one is Google, but at least Google went up a little bit, but Apple has been really down. Their news has been very bad. The virtual reality has been a big flop for them. And then they got out of the car business. They are only now getting into the dashboard, which is good for Apple, but the market reacted very bad for that. And they are like doing, so it is actually in a wedge formation. So basically, there's a lot of resistances everywhere. So if you see, the first resistance is 184. If it crosses this, it can go to 190, 191. Then if it crosses this, the 200. So that's what it is. So watch out for this, folks. Apple, but the good part is it closed above the Ichimoku cloud. But one thing I like about this is though it has been fallen, the cloud is still bullish, which is giving me a good reason that this is soon to go up. Because nothing is, there is no bearish signs. But here on the daily, but this is long term. But on the daily chart, it has become bearish. Sorry, folks, I take it back. On the daily chart, it has become very, very bearish. You see this, the candle. So Apple has become very, 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 very bearish, folks. So that is what it is below the EMA. And if it continues, maybe next week, if it goes to 184 and it breaks down, the next stop will be 161. So that is where we have to play the puts, folks. So again, as an option trader, we don't have any attachment to any stock. We trade what we see, and then we trade along with the market. Okay. So Apple, if it doesn't hold on to, if it doesn't go above 184, we might see a big drawdown to here. The next stop is 160. That's what I'm feeling. But again, on that, you have to use the daily charts too. 173 seems to be the first resistance. But once it enters this cloud, it will tend to go here, to the bottom of the cloud. That's what I'm feeling. So let's see where it goes. Apple. Then the next one is Google. Google, actually, I feel it is beginning to form. If you see, this is the channel. For those of you who understand technical, it is in the channel now. And the beauty of the Google, what I liked on the price action for the last week was, though it went down, it closed above this channel. So it all depends on next week. If it closes above this channel, remember our target of 163, 167, it can get there. So it can be a long-term bullish. But the key part is it has to close above this line. That is 137. So if it closes above this line, and we should see this getting to the top of this. Okay, that's what it is. Then the next one is Amazon. We are in Amazon, and Amazon calls has been working well. And this is like it came to 62.5, and it is going up. So the next week we might see it going to 182. That is my target for this week. We are in March 8th calls. And then we might see a little pullback before it goes back. So let's see, 182 is the target for now. And once we get there, we should be able to double our options and we can get out of there. But again, the long-term target is 195, 200. So Amazon has been doing really good this week. And for long-term holders, this has been a blessing. They have been waiting on Amazon for a long time, and it has provided a boon. Then the next.
My son, Shuni, my son works in Amazon AWS. He has a lot of stock. He's a young kid, right? So he got a lot of stocks in it, and he entered stocks at 95. His vesting started. I mean, if it goes to 190, it's like a great thing for him, kid side.
Yeah, it will go. It will go. It will go to this. It will go to, definitely it is attacking 190, 200. I think they will close it at 200 before they pull it down. In fact, even I'm thinking they can take it to 225. That's what I'm thinking. At 225, they will see a resistance and will pull down the back. That's what Amazon keeps on going. That's what I feel. Because the next resistance will be 196. According to GAN. So 196, if they crosses that, if it can cross 196, it will go to 225. So the two levels to watch for is 196 and 225. Okay, that's what. Then the next thing is what? We covered Amazon or NVIDIA. NVIDIA is like one hell of a stock, man. This is like, don't know what to make out of it, but it is like it's extremely bullish. Now on the weekly, it doesn't make any sense. Now we can switch to the daily. Whatever works, folks. That's what I'm thinking. So basically, if I draw this line, it has come to 87.5. The way it looks bullish, it can go to 940, folks. So the way I think they are going to make it 1,000. If SMCI goes to 1,000, they also want to make this to 1,000, I feel. But keep every day, it's for a day trader, it's a blessing. It keeps on going up and up and up. That's what it looks like. I think this guy can go to 1,000, I feel, on NVIDIA. So keep watching, and if I remember the day trading techniques we talked about before, we can use that. If you are a long-term holder, 1, 2, 3, 4, it has gone up 1, 2 weeks. So give it like 12 weeks. That is 1 to another 10 weeks. So the next earnings is on May 20th, folks. So that will be a best play to play if you want to really play long-term on it. So you can make tons of money on it. Okay, that's what it is. Then the next one is what, folks? NVIDIA. What else is in the Max 7? What? Oh, Meta.
Tesla, Meta.
Yeah, coming to that. Meta yesterday broke out, folks. But again, as I mentioned, we already talked about this. So Meta, where is it heading to? Meta, the next stop is like, I think all these lines that I've drawn, the next stop is like 520, 519, 520 area. That is the middle of these two lines, and then it might pull back. But I'm waiting for that line. And once it gets there, it'll pull back a little bit, and then again, remember, folks, if you're an options trader, it is very, very, very important to manage your portfolio in the sense, if you're a long-term holder, these stocks are anyway rewarding you, which we all have in our long-term portfolio. But for a short-term portfolio, you have to be very, very alert because these moves are very quick, and then you want to place. How many of you can also, if you don't know, there is something called as a conditional order. You can place your order based on the condition that the stock reaches a particular price. So for example, if for Rahul, if you think Sherwin-Williams can reach 350 or like 345 or something, you can place a conditional order saying, hey, I will sell my options if the underlying stock reaches this price. Those kind of things, you can do that. I use that sometimes, and that's why I mentioned to you, hey, I'm out of this stock and those kind of things. Now, I don't manually execute most of the time. My orders are placed when I buy it because I want to take emotions out of my trading decisions. So I place my sell order the right when I buy my options. So that way, my emotions are out of the picture and I make the profit. For example, AMD the other day, I know I wanted to get out of at 201 or something. It touched it and it came out, but I sold it. My orders were sold at that point of time, but it went back again. But it's okay. I have no regrets but at least I sold at that price. That's how it works. That if you are an emotional person, you feel that you are not making a best decisions. That's one of the ways, folks, to control it, to work on your emotions and make it work for you. Okay. Just wanted to mention that. Then what else? So Tesla, if you're looking at the weekly chart, this is the folks. Tesla is having a hard time crossing this line, folks. The top of the cloud and the EMA, EMA 821, it couldn't cross it for some reason. I was expecting it will be a breeze, but it didn't. So and remember, this is not a, we entered this because there was a lot of momentum. You see the volume has been very, very heavy. Each day when I see this volume, I like this. So most of the days it has been more than the average volume. But I still believe this week it can hit 224. If it can cross this, the next level, some news is coming, I believe. I don't know what is the news. I don't know. But I think it can go to 252. So if that news is this week, we are going to have a bumper ride on the Tesla. But I feel that news is coming because it has been a while. It has been like 3 weeks. At least we should see a move to 224.
It's a next trading. It's a next platform, Srini.
What?
The next, they're coming up with the next generation platform for the Tesla. Tesla's current platform is
Yeah.
a little bit brand new, the old one. It's like a framework, right? Software framework. They're coming up with an entire brand new platform model. Now they're coming with AI based and everything. So that's waiting. That's a waiting. I think you might be right. That could be coming out this week, and maybe it will hit 300 to you, as you said once.
So anyway, for me, yeah, thanks, Srinivas. That's a good news. So hopefully, but we didn't see any pre-market news. So I didn't see any pre-market news, right? No, it didn't.
Not yet. It is not out yet.
Yeah,
It is,
so I think something else is going to happen. I don't know what is that, but there is some big news which can move it to 250 even so fast. So keep a watch on it, folks. But like, when you see the volume surging on your charts, keep a watch on it. Basically, it needs to move. It is at 50. It needs to go to at least 75. That's what it is. Like, let's see what happens. So what else did we do? Oh, Netflix. Netflix is a beauty. What is happening here? Netflix is again on a uptrend, but it reached the top level already. So we might see some downtrends here, right? That's kind of a thing. Then the next one is, what did we miss, folks? One Max 7 stock I missed. Anything that I missed? Amazon, Netflix, Meta.
Maybe MSFT, Microsoft.
That's right. Good man. Good. That's it. I always keep challenging. Microsoft is super bullish. I'm super bullish about this. It can go to like, basically we have March 22 calls. Look at these lines, folks. This is really, really good. It can go to 430, 440, that kind of a thing. So we may see a big move. Microsoft is kind of like been laggard, but it should move very quickly. So let's see. Already we are positive in this options. So I'm going to give it a little more time, maybe this week, and see where it goes. Okay. So Microsoft is like, for me, it's really bullish for me. That's pretty much on the Max 7. Now, before we go to the crypto world a little bit, I want to talk about SMCI. SMCI is a beauty. They got inducted into S&P 500 yesterday because they have done more than 200% growth in the last 1 year. And this is unbelievable stock, folks. I can't just believe they bet even NVIDIA and went off. So this has gone from 62.5%. Again, this is a daily chart where I'm just looking for a short-term move. This has a move to, like, it looks like we are going to see a big move. Already it moved in the pre-market once the news came up to 1019, folks. I was debating whether to buy, but by my law that I should wait for the second day confirmation, I didn't buy it. But did anybody buy this?
I bought it and got rid of it. Also at the end of yesterday, in the end of the day, I got rid of it.
Okay, but it's a beautiful breakout here, and the next thing is here. So we might see 1200, folks, for this one. So 1200 is looking like on the charts. So you can play week to week and all those things. On implied volatility moves, it was showing me from here, from this week of 850, where did it close? 860, right? It was showing me a $230 move. So $230 move is 960, 1060, that is 1120, folks. So we might see 1120 at least in the next week. So that's what I'm seeing. So, but already it has got to 1019. So we are going to get to 1120. That's what it looks like for me, SMCI. And AMD is also very closely rate. It can go to 210, but I want a little bit of retracement. It went too fast, but I may be wrong. It went 162.56, 161.81. So from here, it went to 112.5. I wanted to come to here, to 185 again, but maybe I'm wrong, but I got out of this. But it has legs to go to 212, 213, folks. Again, this one might go to even 222. That's what I'm thinking. But it has some time, I believe. So those kind of things. So that's pretty much on this. And then we'll go to BTC. BTC was the...
Srini, what about MSTR?
LSTR?
MSTR, MicroStrategy.
Oh, MSTR.
My micro strategy.
Strategy.
Yep. That's a good one.
MicroStrategy. Last week it has been crazy, man. Like,
It's
yeah.
going with the Bitcoin, right? It's going with the Bitcoin basically. It's
Yeah,
because of
that's
that.
what. That's what. Once we see Bitcoin, but this has been going so high. I think it needs a pullback at least to this line. I want it to come to 882. That is where I'm looking for to enter, but it can go higher. So basically, these guys they went up like what? The guy is up like 600 million or no 1.3 billion on Bitcoin. Basically, he has like what 700, 800 Bitcoins, man. The guy has like unbelievable. That's what he's all investing in. Okay. That's guy Bitfinex. Let's see BTC, what is happening. Based on that, we'll know what is happening. BTC, I think, has to pull back a little bit. If I'm correct, or it might go. There are two things that can happen with Bitcoin. It has fallen for 3 weeks, and then it has been going up for 6 weeks. So basically, it pulled up to 75, and then it has gone up. I think it needs to pull back. It needs to pull back. This is the first resistance, which is at 54. It went up to what, 63, right? So that is 63. It went to 63. Yeah. So yeah, we might see a pullback to it. We might even see a pullback to here, folks. 48. So Bitcoin, this week we might see a pullback. Then we might see an uptrend again. So let's see how it goes. But it has been way up. Look at these candles. When you see these kind of candles, you have to become very, very cautious because it made a big move in 1 week. So you don't want to enter it here because you won't get a good risk reward. So you want it to fall a bit so that you can enter it at the right price. Okay, that's what I would say. Then ETH, USD. ETH USD, this is a good place to sell Ethereum for short term because it has reached the 3,462, and this is a good place to sell Ethereum, folks, before it has to go down. So if you look at it, the past 1 week, the past 1 month, Ethereum performed better than Bitcoin. For those of you, for the past 3 weeks, it gave us a good returns, and this is what it is, folks. So for those of you who don't know the news, basically Ethereum spot ETFs are going to be in play. And one way to play that is ETHE, Grayscale Ethereum, just like how Bitcoin GBTC went up before that. You want to play before the news, folks. Bet into this at cheap, and maybe this will go up to 50, and then you can sell it.
What is this one? ET? What is it?
HE. This is Ethereum spot ETF, which is by Grayscale. It's not a spot ETF. It's a fixed. What do you call that? This is spot ETF. You know what is the definition of spot ETF, right? Spot ETF
Right,
means
yeah.
track
But
the
do you have Coinbase and all those things? Normal ones carry this?
Come again?
Does normal trading platforms carry this? Like a
Yeah, this
Coinbase?
is available in every platform.
Oh, ETHE.
Yeah. You want to, this is a good one. GBTC and ETHE are really, GBTC is ultimately, you want to be in one of these because they will ultimately catch up with Bitcoin price, right? So you want to be, this is still so cheap, 56.28. If you buy this and keep it, and if it catches with the Bitcoin price as it is supposed to be, because in 2004, when GLD came up, it became 10%. All the Ethereum, they went up so much when the ETF, that's what they're expecting for these two ETFs also. Basically, just read about it, guys, how gold ETFs.
So where do you buy this ETF, in a normal stock market, or you're talking about a crypto market?
Yeah, it is available in E-Trade. It's available in everything.
Oh, interactive brokers, everything. Okay, I see. Got it.
Buy GBTC and ETHE. I would recommend you to have that because those are instead of owning Bitcoin, which is very expensive. Anyway, guys, I don't like the way Bitcoin has been positioned. because the way the Fed has made it is they made it like a store of value. You cannot use it for transactions. They killed it. So basically, again the guys are going to make money. So it is better to get it in GBTC and ETHE. And that way, the reason why I'm saying is they made it that no normal person can hold it in a private wallet, right? So they are not supporting that. So they only recommended this Ethereum. So in that way, right, they can control, they can see who owns Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that was that is why they went with that court order, but they made sure that not every person can own Bitcoin, that kind of a thing. So they made some rules about it. That's what it is. But anyway, I will say if you are looking for store of value, it doesn't matter whether you hold Bitcoin or GBTC, Bitcoin or this one, because it is the same thing at the end of the day. That's what I would
So
say.
Srini, so
Hmm.
as you say that Bitcoin is going to be pulled maybe around 48 or 50. So this one is also going to be pulled, or we should just buy on 29?
No. What I'm saying is okay, I'll tell you the history behind it, Rajesh. When Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved in January, right? But GBTC and ETHE have been there for a while, right? So when
Okay.
they said the spot ETFs are going to be approved, GBTC really shot up. They shot up to from $14-15, they shot up to some 50 something. Now you see, right? $56. You want to buy
Yeah.
it now so that once what happens is, right? You see this, I wanted to show you the amount of money that will be flowing into these ETFs will be very, very high once once the spot ETFs will be approved.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying for a long-term holder, it will be good to hold on to these two things.
So one is ETHE. What is the other one?
GBTC. But you don't have to buy GBTC. GBTC has a lot of transaction fees. There are other things like Cathy Wood has a lot of things. So let me see what are the spot ETF, what are the Bitcoin ETFs available, right? There are plenty of them. You can pick and choose what you want. But for Ethereum, there's only right now. So Bitwise, Bitcoin ETFs, ArcShare, ProShare, a lot of things came up once that spot ETFs got approved. You can invest in any of these. They have lesser transaction fees than GBTC.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So on the top, I think what's the time? Oh man, I took more than 1 hour. But thanks for your time, folks. Any questions? We'll stop it here before we go. Hello? Anything you want to discuss? Any questions?
No, Srini, I think for new swing trades, like, are we going to have a following list, or we just see as the opportunity comes?
The list I'll be telling in the you mean for the following week, what are we going to trade? Is that what the question is?
Yes, correct.
The list wise, right? Basically, I want to see how the market, but we'll be mentioning in the chart, this looks good, those looks good,
Right.
but not in a form of a list, but we will be telling and we'll be also entering the trades, those kind of things.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, but the list wise, basically it all depends, right? Like we can't make a decision, but in the middle of the week or once the day starts, we will make that decision. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. But whatever I did now is an analysis. So if you look at the trades, we'll be looking at these. Meta is one thing which we'll be looking at. Meta is like, oh, sorry, my trade is.
Yeah, did we talk about Meta? Let me see. So we didn't talk about the Meta,
We
right?
talked about Meta, right? We
Right,
talked.
we talked about in the beginning, yeah, Meta. That's
No,
what
also in the later we talked about it. It's 519 is the target we are talking about.
I'll join link.
So Meta and Microsoft are the two big stocks that I'm looking at basically, and Amazon to get to 182. Those are the three things that we'll be definitely focusing on. And other than that, tomorrow morning, once I look into the market and then see the trades, if any news based. Oh, by the way, I used this one, folks, Unusual Whales. Unusual Whales is my favorite. These guys have improved a lot. Basically, if you're into what do you call that? They are coming up with something like AI. They have a lot of things coming up which I haven't even used. But you want to be in one of these things. As soon as the morning starts, you want to look into these things. The sectors, for example, on XLK, that is the technology. So the technology, these were the stocks that were up. So I look at these things. Oh, by the way, one stock that we want to look at it is Adobe. Sorry, I
Yeah.
Adobe.
After this, can we look at one more? Sheeb actually is doing such a great thing. I just want to look at what is the
Which one?
problem. Sheeb SHIB, Sheeb SHIB crypto.
Sheeb, oh, that one. Okay, the meme coin, right?
Yeah, Mimka. Oh man, I'm tremendous. It's doing performing
Yeah,
better
it
than
will do
Doge
good,
since very long.
but watch out, crypto. That
I
will.
agree.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted to see where do I
yeah,
sell it, because
yeah.
I got it at 8 now. It's 22, so I wanted to see where do I
So,
sell it.
okay, so sure, we'll look at it.
Yeah.
Let me finish this. Adobe is like, what I'm looking at is, I know Kiran asked this question, why is it like, it is not bullish. I agree totally with Kiran because it is not about the EMA. And, but what I'm seeing is they have earnings coming up on March 11th. And there are two things that can happen. One is, but definitely I wanted to go above this, which is like 574, which is very, very close. Once it goes above this EMA, the next stop will be around here, which is 594. If it crosses that, then we will be suing at this one, which is 703. So Adobe, there's a very good chance they have AI also, and they are very good in the domain that what they do. So I am really, really bullish. So the best part to enter it here is at 621. So you want to, if you are a little bit aggressive on it, you can also play up to here. But if you're a little bit conservative trader, you want to wait until it breaks through this and make this trade. So that's kind of a thing you can look at it. So either way, it's fine. But the key point is 640, folks. 640 is the place where you wanted to enter, and then you want to play it till 703. That's what I'm thinking. But again, earnings are on March 11th, which is not this week, but next week. Okay. So right there, we talked about four stocks, Rahul. So those are the things that you want to play day trade or anything you want to do. These are in trending right now. Okay.
Yep, good.
Okay. But again, if you see anything else, one thing I wanted to talk about is XLE. XLE, as the market goes down, XLE has been so beaten up. Watch out for this level, 88.32. If it breaks this, it can go to 93. And another thing, I'm sorry, we'll look at it, what you're saying. I wanted to talk about these things. YMU was a clear breakout. It was like solid breakout. Thanks, Anil, for pointing this out to me. But the entry is pretty bad. We need a little bit lower. It just shot up. And this is a gap up, folks. It gapped up. So we want a little gap down to this area and 86.72. And then we should play this again. Okay. These are the things you want to look for in the things which was happening. And other thing is Mara. Mara, I feel it is like Mara, beautiful. It went to our target here and it hit here and it went down. So it needs to cross this 27 and this one to go higher. I believe still it will go up, but I don't want it. We don't want to enter it until it crosses this 35. Now coming to SHIB, I don't know if I have that here, but I'll try SHIB, SHIB, right? Shiba.
The Shiba Inu.
Shibu, SHIBU.
This is the one. Shiba Inu, right? This is the one.
Yeah, Shiba, but it's
So let's look in Binance, what happens. Sometimes these are all different trading exchanges. They don't have a lot of and one more thing, folks, crypto is very profitable if you have a good trading platform. basically, where do you trade, folks? Which floor platform do you use for these things?
I mean, using Coinbase, but it's very expensive.
Yeah, that is the
fees
problem, right?
Yeah, there are good ones. I used it. I cannot recollect right now. I'll get back to you. Some of
And
them.
one more thing why I don't like crypto is because the price is so different in different exchanges. So what happens is a lot of people do arbitrage. So they will sell here, they'll buy there. So which is very scary. You know what I mean? Like you enter, you think, oh, why did the price go down, right? So that is where the arbitrages happen in crypto. So that is one thing you want to watch out, which is because of their low. Look at the volume, folks. The volume will be very, very low. So that is another thing that scares me with these meme stocks. So that the volume is too low and you will be like burnt out if you are like playing. It's a clean breakout, but look at this big candle. So the next day it can even fall down to here, right? You see this, what I'm trying to tell? So basically, let's say you drew a Fibonacci from here to here, it already touched 162.5, it went over that. So these things defy technical analysis. That's what I feel, because they have very low volume. And right, another thing is they don't work by book. For those of you who are in crypto, or I don't know how many of you follow crypto, they don't follow this regular book. Like there is no big guys there. So it is like kind of, they have this, they don't, the prices have no stability. That's what I meant to say. So watch out. If you're playing in crypto, I would recommend if you go here, crypto market. I don't know, crypto. What is that? What is that? 10 top.
Coin market cap.
Coin market cap. Sorry. Coin market cap. If you go here, look at the top 10 folks. They'll give you based on the market caps. So I like BNB a lot, which is very popular. For those of you who want to hold long term, BNB is at a very good price range. Solana, these are good. Then I like even XRP, but they are making good progress in the finance, and the rest of the things. So let's talk
XRP, they
about
have a
this one is really good for Chainlink. This has a lot of utility in the crypto. This is one of the best. Chainlink. Then Matic. Matic is the second layer. This is really good. Oh, they moved to 109. That's nice. I have this. That's good. For Ethereum is like very congested, right? So these two, they offload the traffic into this one. So Matic is really good. Then I like Uniswap too, if you like it, but you can go for that. So use only things that, and Filecoin is also good. This is in the AI space. They provide storage. And render is good, folks. It is not even in the top. So you have to pick and choose, folks. That's what I forgot to tell you this. On this thing, there is this one. This is also really good. PAXG, which is a gold standard on this thing. This is really good, folks. This is like tracking the gold. So this is also really good. Like if you're looking for some stability, using coins, you can trade this anywhere, like with a gold trade. And then let's say if you're going to India, like not India, but you can use this. So this is wrong. Pax, sorry, there is something called Pax Gold. This is wrong. It is $1,732. I don't know what am I mixing here. Pax B. I don't know. I'll send it on the chat, folks. I don't know. I don't want to take so much. So those are the
Hey,
stocks.
Srini. Hey, Srini, just one final request. Novo Nordisk. I think we talked about it a while back as a proxy for Eli Lilly.
Lilly and Nordisk. Lilly, that's what I
NVIDIA.
remember. So Lilly, it's trying to break out of this line, folks. If you see Lilly here, if it can break out of the 790, it can go up. But we have to see. But I don't think it wants to break. Basically, it is struggling here at this point. If it breaks, we might see a bigger move. But if it not, then we are seeing here. So same thing with what is that Nova disk, right? No,
Yeah, NVO.
NOV Nova, right?
NVO. NB.
NVO. Right? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, my bad. NVO, right? Yeah, and NVO and Lily are going in the same path. So it is also hitting here. So let's see what we can do. This has gone here. Then if you can draw a line from here to here, let's see. So it has hit this line, folks. It is like struggling here. So we might see a little bit pull back here. Okay. So that's what is Novodesk is all about. So I think Lily and Novodesk are about to get pulled back a little bit, I feel, because they have been overextended a little bit. But again, I'm not saying they're totally down, but they need a pullback, healthy pullback, maybe to here, and then we might see what happens. Okay. So that's one thing. Again, these might be the puts for you, Rahul, if you're asking for this thing. You want to see it might go and touch this 125 again. And then if you see on the daily chart, it might hit this 125 and then pull it back. That's what it looks like. So always play with high volume stocks so that like you will have a lot more players with you and then you will make good profit. The moves will be quite significant. Okay. So we shall call it a wrap, folks. Is that okay?
Hey, thanks, Srini.
Yeah.
Sorry, I joined quite late, but
Hey,
I'll listen
Kiran,
to the
you
recording.
joined late.
Yeah, I had some overlap
No worries.
conflicts.
Hey, we
One more
discussed
thing,
Adobe,
Srini.
man. You were not there. You did you get that part?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
So you were
Srini,
right
one more.
on it. Adobe didn't cross EMA, but we are pretty sure that it'll cross very soon. That's all it is.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, Srini,
Yeah.
one more. Can we look at it?
What?
Yesterday, you've been talking a lot about this and it made a significant move. CVNA is the one big one you talked about it. Can we just look at one, that particular one?
EMA?
CVNA, the
CVNA, Carvana.
Carvana.
Okay.
Because
See,
that is the one, remember, you gave the call for 100, but it's 83 was the resistance.
This one is like a little bit in a tricky situation. Yesterday I mentioned that this could pull back. Again, this is again based on GAN, folks. So there's a very high, this could be the 84.60, 85. So we might hit 85 here, and from there we might pull back. So that's what I'm thinking. So if it crosses this, then the next line is like 92, 95. So, but I'm thinking we should get out here at 85, and then we wait for the next leg. That's what I'm thinking. Sorry, folks, I draw a lot of lines on my charts so that to see my resistances and support, and so should you. Only if you can understand your lines, then so it is. Not everybody should understand that. But again, that is how it works, right? We want to make sure we capture every support and resistance available there. That's what it is.
AVGO results are this week. What do you think?
Which one?
Broadcom results are this week.
Sorry, your voice is a little bit garbled.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry. AVGO, Broadcom.
Oh, Avgo. Avgo has earnings this week.
Right. That's a big. That was a big.
One humble request, folks. If next time you mention the company name instead of the symbols, that will
I got it. Yeah, sure.
It'll be easier to follow. Yeah. So Avgo, we made a terrific profit the other day, though we missed the last $25. I got out at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock based on my on Friday because I didn't want to, but it went up another $25. So Avgo, if you see here, it went to 87.5 here. It has a lot of legs. It's breaking out here, folks. So what is going to happen is it looks like it's a $1,500 stock. So if it holds for this line, this is another one that we should be looking at, Avgo. So Avgo can go to, thanks Srinivas for bringing this up. But Avgo has been giving tremendous returns for us every week. So if it goes up, oh, by the way, this week even Costco is there. Costco,
You're right.
this week Costco is also there, but I don't know. Costco has not even given up anything in the cup since it broke out. So I feel it should come down here. I will not enter this trade, but Avgo also, if you see here, I drew the Fibonacci here from here, and it has gone up. right? So basically it has gone up a lot. So one more week of up, it can go to. So let's see, folks, how it positions for earnings. Basically, until the earnings, it might go up, but I'm doubting it. It needs to fall a little bit, but let's see how it goes. Okay, that's what it needs to stay above this line. That's what it is to go up. Okay, that is around 1390, 1380. So 1380 is the line. 1380. If it stays above 1380, we have a good move about. Anything else, folks, for earnings next week? Let's see. Earnings plays will be good.
MongoDB. MongoDB.
Huh?
MongoDB. MongoDB.
MongoDB.
Oh,
MongoDB.
wow. That's a good stock. This is good. Oh, MongoDB. Love it, man. Who is that? Who recommended it? Anil? Is that you?
Yeah, this is Anil. Yeah,
Hey, man, you're awesome, man.
yeah.
All right. MongoDB, but I don't know. This is the line 593. It has been consolidating here. We made last time solid money on this, some 6x or 5x on this. So let's see if it stays above this line, we have a good move here. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 6 weeks, it went down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should see this move, folks, which is 5. My God, can it go to 590? I don't know. Let's see. Oh my God, if it moves that much, we are like unbelievable. Yeah, that's what. So, but anyway, it's worth playing lotto calls at least on this. That's what I would suggest. So let me see. This is not the line I want to draw. Let me see what it happens. Let's see where it is going. So this is the this makes more sense. So we should see 546, something like that, folks. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what we should see. Anything else, folks? Earnings? Let's look at this. Rahul, thanks to you, man. We got more inspired and looking for all these picks. Are you there, Rahul? Or no?
Rahul had to drop, I think, 15
Oh,
minutes
shoot,
back.
he's not there. Okay. I think I sorry, folks. I'm going way beyond the time. Is that okay? Or like if you want to drop.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're giving
Hey,
so
it's
much.
your time, Srini.
Exactly, it's your time,
We're just
exactly.
listeners. Remember that.
Thank you for that.
Okay, so MongoDB is looking good, but again, it has to cross this line. Is this correct? No, wait. For the 442, this is what? 471. So this is not the right line. This is the right line. So yeah, I need a little bit of break here.
3 days, man. 3 days for the earnings. Wow. 7th is earnings.
No, okay, folks. So MongoDB, it has to cross 457, folks. Okay. If it crosses 457, we have a good move to 550. Okay. That's what it is. That's the line about it. So let me see. In my unusual whales, what are the earnings we have? They have a nice, I like this software a lot. I think if you can. Earnings calendar, then I have a calendar view. All right, which week are we looking at? 3.4 to 3.8, right? Hey, GitLab is reporting. What is happening to GitLab? Oh, it is gone. GitLab has gone way up. So if you take this, so let's see what happens. So if I draw this, so we are drawing GitLab. So simple, folks. Keep trading very, very simple. If you see the breakout, take the highs, see the trend line, draw the trend line there and see what is happening. And then if it breaks this 78 area, then we can see a bigger move, right? To 90. That's what it is. So it's as simple as that. All I did was draw two lines and then we did this, right? On the weekly chart. I didn't even go to the daily chart. So basically you see 78.15, 79, then we can make a move, which will at least get you a double. That's what it is. As simple as that. Then what else goes? GitLab, anything that you see here? Cost and the cost and Avgo are Marvel, another semis, guys. Oh, this looks good. Go. Yeah. So let's see here. Again, remember the rule, folks, from the top to the bottom. So I'm hitting it from the top. 1 second, this is not working. This is a problem with then what? From here to here. Okay, beautiful breakout, folks. Do you see that? Guys, talk to me, guys. Otherwise, I'll feel alone. Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes,
beautiful
this is a
breakout.
breakout.
So we are seeing this breakout. So the next one, where is it hitting? So we are seeing this Marvel, right? Marvel next stop is around 83, folks. So that's what it is. So let's see. The next line I'm going to draw is from here to here. So it broke through this line also. So we are seeing a big breakout here. We should enter Marvel too. So Marvel, if it stays above 76.30, we should see a big move above in the 80s range. Okay, 80, 88, 83, 80, 85, that range. Okay.
Crowd strike also.
What?
Crowd strike holding.
Crowd is
CRWD.
reporting tomorrow.
Yeah, this week.
That's a big one. So let me remove this. All of them, it's like too crowded here. Let's make it very simple. So crowd is going up. We played this and we removed it when they with the ZS earnings, right? That's what it is. So wait, let's say again, let's draw this Fibonacci here. Hey, I want somebody to volunteer here, folks. Who can help me with managing the earnings? Who can bring out those points saying that these earnings are here and what can we do about it? Something like that, whatever we discussed. Did somebody take notes? Hello?
You want the summary to be written somewhere?
Not summary, like before or closing of the market or something, before the earnings, reminder for us. Oh, okay, we have this earning.
So on the
Yes,
earning day,
yes.
on the earning day, you are talking about, Srini?
On the earning day,
Yeah, I can do that.
Kiran, I know you're good at it, but you're not volunteering. I was expecting you to volunteer, Kiran. I'm just kidding. No, Kiran, you don't want to volunteer?
Yeah, no. Kiran is not on the call, so maybe
Oh,
that's.
Anil, how about you?
Yeah, sure, I can. Yes.
Okay. No, the only thing is that we are discussing so much, we should not miss these moves, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Yes. I will remind it on the Telegram group.
Yeah. That's what. Keep reminding so that we can look at it, That's kind of.
Okay.
Thanks, Anil. Thanks for taking that up. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
So this one, crowd strike, right? It can go up to 341, folks. When is the earnings? Oh, this is a good play. We should play this. March 5th. Oh, there's only 2 more days, right? So I don't know. So we can go from here to 341, folks. Unless it breaks out, we don't have a bigger one. But you can play here, but that's a very, very risky trade. You know what I'm saying? So, but it can go up to 340, 338, 341, folks. You can play some lotto calls to see and get out at 341. Okay, that's what it is.
Okay.
Don't play big on this, because it's
But usually, the options are very expensive for all of these.
yeah, because you know why? On the earnings day, they are very, very
Yeah.
expensive. So
Right.
on the earnings week, you don't want to, that's why I'm saying it's very risky. And, but you have to get out before earnings. You know what I mean? That's what. But you can do one
Okay.
thing. You can do one thing. You don't have to buy the week on earnings itself. You can buy 2 weeks from there, or you can sell on the earnings week and then buy the week after that. That kind of a thing.
Okay. Okay.
That kind of a thing. So you can make money on the sell and then buy on the, those kind of. But if you're not comfortable, just avoid it. That's what I would suggest. Yeah. There are a lot of techniques for that. That's what. Anyway, so I think we covered what else is there, folks. I know I'm taking a lot of time, but that's what it is. So far we discussed Marvel. Keep a note on it. Cost, Avgo. Are you noting down on it? Cost, GitLab.
Yes.
GitLab.
Yes.
MongoDB, main thing. MongoDB.
Right.
That's it, right? 5 of them we discussed. That
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Neo is reporting on March 1st. How is Neo? If Neo goes up, Tesla will also go up. Let's see what. Ooh, man, I don't like this chart at all. It's so down, man. Look at so much downtrend. No, I don't want to play this. It's below the cloud, below everything. Okay. Yeah. So, but it did break out. Let me see once again. Oh, it broke out, man. So broke out. So where is the next resistance? Wow, 669 it can go. Hey, if this is going up, there is one uptrend stock in the automotive. This is Lee, right? Lee is there. So Lee is doing really good. It's in an uptrend. So if Neo goes up, we should play this one. You know what I'm saying? Basically, this is more of an uptrend. It will give a big move. Okay. So 0.5.
Right.
0.875. So, but we might see it a little going down. No, it will go from here and it will go to 52.45. That's what it is. Okay. So keep a watch on this, Lee. If Neo reports, we'll play this. Okay. Or this and Tesla.
Right.
Because Neo, I don't know, not a big move, 669. That's all it is. All right, folks, I will stop it here.